Good morning, everyone. How's it going this morning? It's going just fine with me. I just got back from the house from getting another junk haul. What a junk food haul. I'm ashamed of myself, y'all. I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed. Yes. I got me some water, though. I did get some water. And the reason I went out, because I had to go to my office and sign some papers for the rent rebate. And I had to sit there and sit there and sit there, but it was only for 15 minutes. And the only thing I had to do was just sign the paper because all the information was already there. And so while I was out, I said, let's go to Stop and Shop. And then I said, okay. And so I went to Stop and Shop. And I forgot to get me some cereal because I didn't have no cereal. That's the main thing I knew I wanted. But you know how you go to the store and your mind goes blank. So I have to go back to the store, but not today. Because I do have grits. I've got oatmeal. And I got some Frosted Flakes. I ain't that crazy about Frosted Flakes these days, though. It just don't taste the same anymore. And it had been a long time since I had bought some. But if I have to, I will eat them. Got a big can of peaches, $5. Might as well say $5. $4.79 is very daggone close to $5. And of course, I got me some gum. I don't know why I keep buying that high-priced gum either. And I decided to try Duke's mayonnaise. And the reason why is because it was cheaper than Hellmann's. And so I said, well, why not? I'll try it. It's from North Carolina, I think. That's what a lot of people use in North Carolina. Duke University, you know. And I think they had a hospital down there named Duke, too. I should know, but I don't. I really don't know too much about North Carolina anymore. No, I don't. And I haven't been there in forever. But my sister was saying she wanted to go back to North Carolina one more time. I don't really want to go to North Carolina. I don't want to go really anywhere. I'm a homebody. I'm home. Let me stay home. But when I go out, I got to admit that when I go out, I do feel better. I feel refreshed. But I'll tell you, they were smoking so much of that stuff today. I had my mask on. I just took it off when I came in the house. I could not take it. It was too much. I said, oh, shoot. That's what I get for chewing gum, right? And I said, are they smoking that stuff in Stop and Shop? Because when I got, I knew they were smoking it outside. Because when I went there, I could smell it. You could smell it all up and down the street. I mean, you go outside, you're going to smell that stuff. Especially here in this little city here. But it's a darn shame. I'm sorry they made that stuff legal. It's everywhere. Everywhere you go, it's all up in my house. And, it's just all over the place. And when I was coming out of Stop and Shop, I said, you know how you get in the vestibule, that little hallway you go through before you get actually get into the grocery store. I call that a little vestibule, like a little corridor or something. And I was on my way out. I said, are they in here smoking that stuff? Because the moment I came out the door into that vestibule, I hadn't even gotten outside yet. That's when I said, oh my goodness, I just can't take it anymore. I got to go home because I was already having a little breathing problem, before I left home. But the weather's so gorgeous, y'all. I want to go back out there. And then I forgot to get myself some ice cream because remember I wanted some ice cream last week. And I didn't get no ice cream. It's just like when after I came from my office, it was so quick. Once she came out, the only thing I had to do was sign the paper. That was it. And I had my papers in order, that I had. And I said, I thought I had to bring the paper. She says, no. She says, you already done that. And says, all you have to do is come here to sign the paper. What? But I was glad. I was glad to get out of there. And I got my papers, still got my papers right here in my bag, because I said I ain't coming back. I got me some tuna fish, got me some more of those cough drops. I got a little bag this time. 2 cans of tuna, $1.99 per can. Mixed veggies. And I got a can of green beans. That's it. That's all I got. Oh, and water. And that whole bill came to $30-something, y'all. I can't believe the prices. It's outrageous. I mean, I don't know, to become a vegetarian or grow my own chicken, get me a couple of chickens and set out there in the backyard. But I think they would put me out. But, you know, you can't be raising those hogs in the inner city, right? But I bet you my cousin could. You know, the one I told you that had the turtle soup. Well, I believe he would raise him. As a matter of fact, I think he did have some. And I went to work for this lady one time. I was cleaning her house, you know, a little sidekick piece. You know, just go in there and clean the house because I was broke. I was broker than broke. I was so broke, I was bent twice. And so I had went to work. As a matter of fact, I was working at, what the heck was I working at? Because she was working in that same office. And she asked me, I was working at City Hall. And she asked me, she says, did I know anyone that would, you know, do something like that? I said, yeah. I said, I will. And I went to work for her, but I didn't go, I think a couple of times, then I was done, okay? But anyway, when I went there, they had these cages in the backyard, you know, because I was smoking at the time, and so I had to go outside to smoke, you know, smoke in nobody else's house. And they were not smokers, so I could smoke in the, you know, the backyard. And I goes out there in the backyard. They've got cages. Cages of what? Cages of rabbits. I'm talking right here in the city that I'm living in right now. There was at least about maybe 15 or 20 rabbits out there. And they had them in the cages. They eat them. Might be some relation to my cousin. So he eat anything. He go outside his backyard shooting the squirrels. You know, the squirrels, to me, the squirrels that's roaming the streets up here, they're like little pets. You know, they're not even really that afraid of us. They'll run away from you, of course. But, you know, they hang around in the backyard. You see them up the tree. I see a squirrel just about every day. I went to the store, I seen a couple of squirrels. You know, so it's nothing to see a squirrel. But this cousin of mine had his little rifle. I don't think it was a high-powered rifle, because if it was a high-powered rifle, it would just blow that poor little squirrel apart. Excuse me for being so vulgar, y'all. But that's just the way it is. That if he hit that squirrel with a high-powered rifle, I don't know what the Winchester or whatever kind of rifle they got, it would just blow him away. It would just like explode. That would be it. He wouldn't get nothing out of it. And so what he had to do is shoot him with like a air rifle, you know, like a BB gun. Yeah. And the same thing with Little Bird. I remember my brother, when we was down home, he used to go hunting. He was a hunter, you know, and he would shoot little birds, and then he would barbecue the bird and give the baby something. That would be me. So the baby would taste it, and the baby would eat it, okay? What's this number? 65. What number is this? I don't know that. I don't know that person. Wait a minute. Listen. It says scam likely. I don't know who it is. I was at a doctor's office. I'm going to write that number down, please. I'll write it down right quick. Oh, shoot, it went away. It's probably in my, I hope it's in my phone when I get off here. Because I am in my phone that I'm hoping that I'm able to upload this video. So how y'all doing this morning? I had a little pep in my step today, and I'm thinking very seriously about going back out there. The weather is absolutely perfect. You couldn't have asked for a better day. I think the highest, let me turn my computer on. I got nothing on because when I woke up, when my old girl over there, you know, the one that starts with an A, named Alexa, I told her to wake me up, you know, because I knew I had this appointment. My appointment wasn't until 11 o'clock, but I had gotten up early because I couldn't sleep. You know, I don't know what happens to me when I got something to do the next day, but I definitely can't sleep then. And so I said, wake me up at, I think it was 10:15 or something like that, because my appointment, my office is right across the street, actually. I said, wake me up at 10:15. Because I had already been up, ate my breakfast, played what was I playing? Some kind of not word search, hidden object game. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to play when I get off here. But now I forgot what the heck I was getting ready to tell you. That's what you get when you go out there in left field. But anyway, I did go to the office and I got that done and everything, which I am very happy about it. That same person is coming and calling me again. Wait a minute. It said, I didn't get a chance to read it. There was some writing on it at that time. Oh my goodness. Now I'm definitely curious about it, y'all. It came in twice. I don't know who's at it. I don't recognize the number. The number's not familiar to me. And it was a text message that they sent this time. I don't know, y'all. Hope it ain't no bad news. Because, you know, I'm feeling mighty good if you're getting some bad news. You know, bad news don't do nothing but put a damper on your parade. And it's such a gorgeous day to me. I think the temperature, that's what I was getting ready to tell you, what the temperature is. I think it's only in the 60s. No, actually 72, but when I went out this morning, when I first went out, I think it was like 60 something. But now it's 72 degrees. Perfect, I tell you. But I think we're going to get some rain tomorrow. That's why I went to Stop and Shop today. And what else didn't I get? I just remember cereal, but I got some milk. Not that much. I guess y'all say you're just talking about a whole lot of unnecessary stuff, which is true. When I get to jibber jabber, I just jibber jabber. I talk about whatsoever. And on that note, I go with love. I go with love. And I'll see you again soon.